First and foremost, and on behalf of the Venezuelan people, I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank Vice President Vance, Secretary Rubio, and Secretary Hegseth, because finally we're seeing the right approach.
Mis amores, soy contactada. Las naves me dan información telepáticamente. Van a llegar extraterrestres aproximadamente este jueves y viernes.
That has taken over our country, our land, our resources, our institutions, destroying Venezuela.
Good night. Good night. How are you? My name is J.A. I'm from Colombia. I'm from the brother.
Venezuela has been turned into a safe haven of all criminal networks and the enemies of the Western Hemisphere. And the Maduro regime has opened our land and our resources to the Chinese regime, to the Russian regime, and also to criminal terrorist organizations.
No, ninguno. Aquí tú hablas español. Esto es un programa en español.
How are you keeping yourself safe?
Well, I'm in hiding, as you say. We're all in danger in Venezuela, but I have trust. I really trust our people. Maduro is very concerned, and he should be, because over 90% of the Venezuelan people, we are cohesive and decided to move ahead. There are strong fractures among those that still, very few military top brasses still support Maduro, and they have to make a decision very soon, because they just realized that President Trump is not dismantling a criminal structure that uses Venezuela, as we have said before, to channel tons of drugs that finally reach the United States. And we will turn Venezuela from the criminal hub of the Americas into the, I'm in hiding as
¡Qué mal inglés!
energy hub of the Americas, the strongest ally in security, in trade, in energy that the U.S. will ever have in Latin America. Once Maduro is out, the Cuban regime will fall as well, and Nicaragua will be free as well. And for the first time in history, we will have the Americas free of communism and dictatorship.
No mames, no entiendo nada, loco.
Well, first of all, some people talk about not wanting regime change. I want to be very clear here. This has nothing to do with regime change. We already, the Venezuelan people, mandated the change of the regime in a presidential election that took place last year on July 28th, and we won by a landslide.
Viene Pablito conduciendo, hecho la chingada, cruza el medio campo, atacan 80, defiende 3, solo Hortensio, ¡Hortensio!
So the policy that President Trump is putting in place and deploying as we speak is the correct policy. You have to cut the sources, the inflows of resources that regime use to stay in force by stay in power by force. And to the oil companies, what I say is, look, today, if you operate here, you are forced to operate in alliance, in a society with a mafia system.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué te pasa? Relájate.
Once we have the transition moving forward, you will have the opportunity to operate with absolute transparency, zero tolerance to corruption, and respect. You know, it's a win-win situation, Joe.
Jamás seré presidente.
Ready to take power, the legitimate government elected, Venezuela will move orderly and peacefully to the transition, and we will see, Rachel, millions of Venezuelans coming back home, including more than 500,000 that live in the United States and want to come back to rebuild our country and reunite our families.
En la próxima palabra te largas, ¿me entendiste? Si no hablas español, ¡te largas!
Oficiales de la Fuerza Armada, hemos llegado al momento histórico final de este conflicto y nosotros estamos decididos a resolver.
¡Qué bueno! ¡Hablemos español!
Tienen que escoger, o se hunden en la sumisión y la vergüenza, o dan el paso y se salvan, convirtiéndose en verdaderos patriotas. Prepárense y despierten. Se los digo claro, el régimen va a caer y habrá justicia. Entiendan que lo que viene exige coraje, organización, visión y sentido de nación y futuro. Nadie podrá justificarse en la obediencia ciega o el silencio cómplice. A la caída de este régimen del terror, la institución militar que resurgirá será luminosa, conducida por el amor a la libertad y a Venezuela y guiada por los más altos valores de la democracia. Ese día que ya se acerca, celebraremos juntos nuestra verdadera y definitiva independencia.